Hi there and welcome to Juicy Celeb Talks. Hollywood, a place where a film adaptation of your favorite book can shift from a guaranteed masterpiece to complete chaos, faster than you can say Oscar buzz. And today, the spotlight is on Blake Lively, who might be staring down the possibility of a 5-year prison sentence. Because when a legal battle isn't dramatic enough, why not sprinkle in some potential jail time to really spice things up? So grab your fancy popcorn handcrafted by someone with a title as elaborate as this unfolding mess, because this tale is more twisted than the very movie everyone has already forgotten was supposed to be a big deal. Let's rewind way back to the beginning, like a trip down memory lane. Remember when fans went wild with excitement upon hearing the news that It Ends With Us, the best-selling novel that tugged on every heartstring, was being turned into a film? At first, it seemed like a match made in Hollywood heaven. Justin Baldoni, known for transforming stories into pure emotional gold, was set to direct. Blake Lively, the queen of wit and depth, was cast as the lead. It was as if fate itself had perfectly aligned, leaving fans, media, and even the universe believing we were on the brink of witnessing something extraordinary. The cast? Stellar. The director? Heart in the right place. The project? Seemingly destined for greatness. But, as is often the case in Hollywood, once the cameras started rolling, the drama wasn't just on the script, it spilled over into real life. Rumors swirled that Blake Lively wanted to inject her signature humor into the script, while Baldoni was committed to preserving the raw, tragic tone that had made the book so beloved. After all, who needs comedic zingers when you're dealing with soul-crushing emotional depth, right? Fans, who had been brimming with anticipation, watched in horror as their cherished adaptation spiraled into a behind-the-scenes disaster. And let's not even get started on the costume drama. Oh, we'll get there. For now, just picture fans expecting magic but instead witnessing their beloved story morph into a chaotic milestone of Hollywood turmoil. Evidence even surfaced that Lively's own representatives knew things were unraveling. Allegations surfaced, painting Lively as demanding, intense, and willing to do whatever it took to get her way. And here's a jaw-dropper: Lively hadn't even read the book the movie was based on. Not a complex literary masterpiece, but a book with the emotional depth of a second-grade reading level. So, if you're adapting a story about raw emotions and self-discovery, maybe just maybe dial down the comedic sparkle. That's precisely what Baldoni attempted to convey. But Lively's team? They were all about sprinkling in sassy humor and showcasing those lavish visuals. Why not make tragedy look fabulous, right? After all, who needs gut-wrenching pain when you can dress it up in couture? When the first behind-the-scenes photos surfaced, fans collectively gasped. The images looked more like a rom-com than the emotionally charged roller coaster they'd been promised. Naturally, the internet exploded, along with Lively and Baldoni. Behind the scenes, Baldoni reportedly laid down the law, saying, "Cut the humor, or you'll drown the soul of the book in one-liners and Prada." But Lively, in true diva fashion, countered with, "Honey, modern audiences need a little comedic relief." Who doesn't think tragedy hits harder with a sharp one-liner in the mix? What started as creative differences quickly escalated into an all-out legal catastrophe. Lively claimed she was being sidelined, while Baldoni came prepared with receipts. And then, in a move so quintessentially Hollywood, Baldoni hit Lively with a jaw-dropping $400 million defamation lawsuit. Yes, you read that right, $400 million. Because in Tinseltown, if you're going to wage war, you don't settle for pocket change. You go big military budget big. Why such a staggering figure? Baldoni argued that Lively had publicly painted him as a tyrant who dismissed her creative input. Meanwhile, whispers spread that she had been the driving force behind the comedic rewrites all along. Was she a sideline star or the mastermind of this whole comedy meets drama fusion? It all depends on whose narrative you buy into. Anywhere else, this would be a classic he said, she said situation. But in Hollywood? Add a few zeros to the lawsuit and make sure every gossip outlet gets the juiciest updates. And just when you thought the drama couldn't get any messier, rumors emerged suggesting that Lively might have fabricated or manipulated evidence. Insiders hinted at text messages, meeting records, and potentially damning footage that could contradict her claims about the extent of her push for comedic tweaks. Suddenly, the stakes skyrocketed. Could Blake Lively, queen of sass and effortless glamour, actually face up to 5 years behind bars for perjury? In Hollywood, where NDAs, script leaks, and hush-hush settlements are practically hobbies, some are calling the jail time narrative a scare tactic to force a settlement. But tossing around the possibility of prison is enough to make anyone break into a sweat. This isn't just losing a role or paying a fine, this is potential time in an orange jumpsuit. Adding fuel to the fire, Lively reportedly did a complete 180 when it came to the film's styling. Early notes suggested she was all in on blending designer outfits and killer shoes with the story's emotional depth. But when fans and critics started side-eyeing her choices, claiming they overshadowed the book's raw energy, she backtracked faster than you can say Louis Vuitton. Was she overwhelmed by the comedy and couture, or was she orchestrating it all? Opinions are divided. And then there's Ryan Reynolds. The internet buzzed with rumors that Lively's husband, the comedic genius behind Deadpool, had contributed some lines and cameo ideas. While his involvement remains unconfirmed, fans speculated that his influence might have tilted the film's tone. But as backlash mounted, any association with Reynolds seemed to vanish into thin air. As if all this wasn't enough, whispers of perjury loomed large. Unlike most Hollywood lawsuits, which revolve around bruised egos and hefty checks, criminal charges are a different beast entirely. For Lively to face jail time, there would need to be solid, undeniable proof that she lied under oath or tampered with evidence. Still, the mere suggestion of perjury was enough to set tabloids ablaze. So where does this leave it? Ends with us. The film, once a beacon of promise, now sits in Hollywood limbo. Investors are hesitant, marketing teams are flustered, and fans are left wondering if they'll ever see their beloved story on the big screen. Meanwhile, social media is abuzz, torn between craving a faithful adaptation and relishing the spectacle of this behind-the-scenes implosion. In the end, It Ends With Us was meant to be a powerful tale of self-discovery and healing. Yet, if you've been following the headlines, you'd think the real question is whether Lively's humor or couture destroyed the book's emotional core. Can this film be salvaged, or is it doomed to be remembered for its off-screen chaos? One thing's certain, Hollywood thrives on drama, and this saga isn't fading into obscurity anytime soon. Expect leaked documents, cryptic Instagram posts, and carefully crafted apologies that say absolutely nothing. Because in Hollywood, the behind-the-scenes drama often outshines the fiction it's trying to create.